After the hustle and bustle of summer, the autumn garden is a peaceful place to be. It's an exciting time too, as there is an abundance of vegetables to be harvested. The calendula are still bringing beautiful pops of colour, with some now going to seed. The sunflower heads have dried out nicely, and I'm leaving the runner bean pods on the plant to dry out. I will pick the pods once they turn brown, and this will be next year's seeds. Of course, pumpkins scream of the autumnal season. Varying varieties, shapes, textures and colours make them a really exciting thing to grow. The Turk's turban squash is my favourite variety to grow. Resembling a loaf of bread in shape, it is a perfect addition to the harvest season and tastes wonderful mashed or roasted. It was time now to set to work and get clearing out one of my beds, digging up the potatoes and giving the bed a good weed. This variety of potato is called pink fir apple. It dates back to 1850 and has a nutty flavour. It is a variety I grow each year in the garden. As I continued to dig, it was nice to see some big worms, a sign of healthy soil. And there was many other little critters too. The digging was accomplished, and it was now time to save my potato seeds for next year. The potatoes were selected and placed into a cardboard egg box. These will be stored in a dark, cool place, ready for chitting next spring. The chitting process will allow new shoots to develop on the potato, and these will then get planted into the ground and produce new potatoes next year. The process of seed saving then repeats. Now into the polytunnel, and I still have so many tomatoes. They have thrived this year in the summer sun, and I am still eating them by the punnet. Last year I grew 30 plants and said I wasn't going to do it this year. However, 28 still did not make much of a difference. As you can probably tell, tomatoes are my absolute favourite thing to grow. This year I did grow a few varieties though that have staggered throughout the season, so this has meant I've been eating tomatoes for 4 months now. The varieties I grew to get this staggering effect were Indigo Rose. These are a very high cropper and are my absolute go-to tomato. The seeds are also very easy to save. Tomaberry are a red, love heart-shaped cherry tomato with a shiny skin, making them last a long time once they are picked. These seeds are also very easy to save. As you can see, they are still in various ripening stages, so in a week's time I'll still have more of these to pick. I also grew Sun Gold, a variety that you cannot save the seeds from. However, they did give a beautifully sweet, yellow, colourful addition. To save my tomato seeds, I lay down a piece of kitchen paper. I take a tomato, split it open and squeeze the seeds onto the kitchen paper. I then allow this to completely dry out. Then next year I plant the paper into some compost and it produces new tomato plants. I preserved some tomatoes by drying them out and placing them into a jar of olive oil. These will see me through the winter months. Back in the garden, and it's time to pick some nice fresh spinach greens. Some beautifully coloured Swiss chard. And some kale. My kale patch always grows prolific and has bounced back from the caterpillar attack that I showed you back in the spring. It tastes wonderful now it's exposed to this cooler weather. A couple of radishes are ready to pick. And a few need a little longer. The grapevine produced juicy grapes, and the apple trees this year were absolutely laden in fruit. Time for an apple pie. The cool breeze of autumn on your face. The land telling you it's not a race. Enjoy the food that you have grown, the soul connection you have sown.